Hello and welcome to the Late Night Human Experiment. I'm your host, Hugh Mann. We have a wonderful show prepared for you tonight. I'll be chatting with two random people who we've pulled off the street. Why? Because we just don't have the budget we used to have. The executives would rather save money and aren't happy with my routine predisposition to setting bears on our celebrity guests. I'm talking to you, Matthew McConaughey, and I'll get payroll to send you the money for the transplant. I am genuinely sorry. The world has gone electric. Electric cars, electric toothbrushes. My ex-wife, she preferred the electric husband over me. Try getting some sleep with that thing buzzing away in the background. Personally, I think this electric revolution is pretty overrated. I mean, we can't electrify everything. We electrified a chair not too long ago, and look how that turned out. On a more positive note, the coronavirus vaccine is finally being rolled out across the country. This is fantastic news. Record numbers of people are now being protected from this devastating virus. I've been administering myself my own COVID vaccine for months now. It hasn't done much to protect me, but boy do I love a good horse tranquilizer now. But that's enough about me. In a few minutes we'll talk to our guests, but first here's a story about creativity and the power of art. Truly extraordinary. Now to tonight's guests, and by having a look at them, they may seem like the antithesis of the word I just used. But before we judge them, let's get to know them a bit. Sophie, tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do for fun?
My name's Sophie, and I make stuff.
You make stuff?
I make stuff.
Okay.
Don't ask me what stuff.
Okay, I won't. Milky, what about you?
What's the question?
What do you do for fun?
Oh, I play with my mice, or I watch movies.
Movies, okay, cool. Sophie, did you ever have a pet growing up?
I did. I had a dog.
What was their name?
Jax. He was a little Jack Russell.
Jax. How do you spell that? J-A-C...
I don't know.
K-S? We'll say J-A-C-K-S.
It's up to you to decide.
Yeah, thanks. And, you know, in year one, did you have a teacher? I mean,
Yes.
I assume you did. What was their name?
Oh. Can people remember that far back in their life?
I mean, I can.
I don't remember. And I think it was something like similar to Nicola or like something.
Nicola. Okay, what about the first car you drove?
Nissan Pulsar.
Nissan Pulsar. Interesting. Well, now that we've broken the ice a little bit, I think it's time that you two really got to know each other. Perhaps a lifelong friendship will be formed, maybe even a romance, but hopefully, unlike the other times we've played this game, nobody will die. It's a little game I like to call Face Your Fears. This is Face Your Fears. I'm joined by my producer Ben. For this demonstration, we'll be filling in as guests. Each contestant has 1 minute to answer as many personal questions as they can. They can choose to pass on a question, but this will result in them getting a strike. The person with the most strikes must face their fears. Okay, Ben, how many people have you had sex with? Okay, this is Face Your Fears. Milky, you have 1 minute to ask Sophie as many questions as you can.
Starting now?
Now. All right, that's all the time we have for you, Milky. Sophie, it's now your turn to ask as many questions as you can.
What app are you most addicted to?
All right, guys, that's all the time we have. Sophie, you're unfortunately our loser. Which means it's time to face your fears.
Will they be okay?
I apologise, yeah. I imagine so. I'll just set that up again real quick. Oops. Okay, now, all right, if you'd like to just step up and open a box for me, that minor blip, aside. God, I hope I haven't killed it.
I think it's dead.
I don't think it was alive to begin with.
What is this?
Ben, I specifically remember asking you to supply us with as many cockroaches as you could, and, you know, just like, wasn't that a fantastic show? We've had everything. We've had an interview, we've had a game, probably, and we definitely have had some guests. Unfortunately, though, that's all the time we have for this evening. I'm Hugh Mann, thanks for joining me. We'll be back next week with more of the things that generally occur on this show. And remember, shut your blinds. You never know who's watching. Good night.